So, what are we going to talk about this time?
I mean, so we're basically in the middle of the desert, and I think it's very appropriate for us to talk about like conspiracy theories, aliens, afterlife, kind of like natural phenomena, if even that.
And let's how we thought about this. I remember I think I was driving you home one day. It was like what, 4 in the morning,
It was
4:30.
yeah. I was coming. You were dropping me off from your house.
Yeah, I was driving you back.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't. Did we go to the gym? I can't remember.
No, we didn't go to the gym.
Right. So you had a dream.
I did have a dream. It was the craziest dream. Should I tell them the dream?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the dream.
Hold on. I think I need my notes.
Yeah. So whenever he has dreams, he writes things in his
No,
notes.
I honestly I don't. But this time specifically, I told you kind of a little. No, I just told you that I had a dream, and I didn't want to forget the dream, so I put it down in notes. But my best friend from high school, he actually would write down every single one of his dreams in like a little notebook, which I thought was pretty cool because if you're like me, I forget my dreams in like 2 seconds. So he writes it down purposefully right after he wakes up from the dream. So it's like he doesn't forget any detail.
That's actually a really good idea. And I gave it a similar idea about lyrics for songs. Like for me, I can read music. I can write music a little, and I can read music a little. So for me, if I have a song idea, I record it immediately. Otherwise, I'll forget. I can't just write the notes down. I'll forget it. So this is like similar. So tell us about your dream.
Okay, well, I had two dreams. One of them, I mean, I don't think it's too relevant to this. We can cut it out if it doesn't make the cut. But anyways, essentially, this dream was about like those weird lights that you see in the sky, and in this dream, those lights end up being like tornadoes. It's like government made like machinery that they put up in the sky, and then it'll create a tornado, and essentially it was the end of the world. It was actually more of a nightmare than a dream. Everyone ended up dying, including myself.
You died in your dream?
Yeah.
They say if you die in your dream, you die in real life.
No, I personally think that dreams are more than just dreams. Like I think that there's some sort of like there's more to it than just a dream. Like I think it's kind of like either like a parallel universe, like you tuning into a parallel universe of yourself and seeing like your life in the other universe, or it's kind of like also a past life or like a future life. I don't know.
Okay, well, this kind of gets into what I want to talk about then. You're talking about death and you died in your
Yes.
dream. So what are your thoughts on death?
I mean, honestly, I don't think that there's too much after death. I think that your soul kind of like it's kind of like you go into a sleep, right? So it's like you die, you sleep. Oh, so that's another thing. So part of my dream was when I died, so I ended up falling into like lava. And then I remember like I felt my body burning, and as my body was burning, like all these memories in my life started like popping up in like almost slow motion. I know it probably happened really quickly, but in my head, everything was just like popping up in slow motion. And as these memories were popping up, like thousands of them were just like popping up, they were slowly disappearing. Like it was like when you feel like unconscious, like your vision goes white. It was kind of like that, but with my dreams. And then after that, like nothing. So I think that's really like what happens when you die. It's like you start all these memories just start popping up at you, and then it's like you just forget, and then you don't like that's it.
Okay.
I mean, and then obviously like I think like your soul or your spirit would then like become one with the universe, but it's not like you're a ghost. You can't haunt anybody. I think like ghosts do exist, but I don't think that it's like people that died. Because then there would be like a million ghosts, a trillion ghosts.
Well, maybe they are because energy is like endless. So energy can go anywhere. So there's like millions of energies. But if you believe in reincarnation, then those energies just recycle. So it's really the same energies. So like there's a psychic that I watch on TV, Tyler Henry. He's a psychic to the stars, but he's very accurate. And after listening to him, I am not afraid of death. I believe that when you die, that you go on to something better, just like kind of what Manny said, that you become part of the universe.
It's
But
like you level up, kind of, right?
right, but it's a lot more complicated than what we can explain. And then, of course, like we all have family members that have died, or we know someone has died. And I just think it's weird just to believe like once you're dead, you're just dead.
I mean, what else happens? I mean, do you believe in reincarnation?
I just believe that we become part, like you said, part of the universe.
But
There's
I don't
energies.
think, yeah, but I don't think you have like some sort of like consciousness once you die. Like, I think your consciousness like dies, at your time of death. Like, that's it. But it's like your spirit, like, it just like evolves into, like, I think you literally upgrade in life. Well, not life. You upgrade in the universe.
I mean, I totally believe that. So let's go on to the next thing then.
What's the next thing?
Aliens, like because Yucca Valley, this area, Joshua Tree is known for alien sightings. Like people actually pay money and go on tours to look at the stars. As we're coming here, we saw a lot of little things in the sky.
Yeah, I thought it was a helicopter. Well, here's the thing. So I think it ended up being a helicopter, but it was this light in the sky, and then it started flashing at us, and it was like very bright, and then it started like dimming, and then like maybe like 10 minutes later, the same thing. It like flashed. It was super bright, and then we couldn't really tell what it was, but then we did kind of see like a very tiny like red light. Which, I mean, typically those are either helicopters or airplanes.
So I do have a story
that
I never told you. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I don't know how old I was little. I remember I was in bed and I was laying there, and then I remember it being like late, and then 2 seconds later, it was literally the next morning. Like, I don't remember what happened. But then I remember I used to have dreams that people came to my window. Like I really felt like I was abducted by aliens. I really felt I was. And I felt
Did
like
any of your siblings ever come out with like similar stories?
they don't remember anything.
Just like you, or no?
Nobody remembers anything. Like I brought it up and they act like, "What are you talking about?" And you don't remember seeing things at the window. I remember I couldn't move for a minute, and then I was up again.
Do you think it's like sleep paralysis, or do you think there's more to it?
I don't know. I was little, and then I never really thought about it until when I used to watch these TV shows. I'm like, I think I was abducted by. I really think I was abducted by aliens.
Wow. So, but do you think that they just like let you go, or what?
I mean, obviously I'm here.
Obviously
the aliens let me go.
Like, what would be like the explanation of like them abducting you for?
They did experiments on me.
But like, how long do you think that they took you away?
It was like that. It was hours. 2 seconds? No, it felt like 2 seconds, but it was literally like because we used to go to bed early, so it was like whenever I went to bed, and then the next morning for school, I was like in my bed, and I was up, and I didn't know. But it didn't seem like I went to sleep. It literally felt like I was laying there and there was like a time warp and I was still awake, and then it was already morning.
How old were you?
I can't remember. I think maybe I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, it was really young then.
Yeah. And then I shared a room with my younger brother, and he
was like, "Yeah, you were gone."
No, he doesn't remember anything. Like he actually thought I was gone too, but he doesn't remember. But I'm not sure if he was saying that just to
like spook you and stuff.
Just mess with my head. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think they did experiments on me. I don't know what type of experiments.
I mean, what experiments do you think that they would have done?
They would have done a whole bunch of experiments. Like they put things up people's butts. I don't know, like sperm collection. I don't know.
But you're 5.
The younger the better. Or I used to think like, because I told you I was adopted, so I thought maybe I was one of theirs, and they came to check on me to see how I was doing.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's what I thought later on when I found out.
Like your sperm. Wait, do 5-year-olds have sperm?
I think we have sperm.
At 5?
I don't know. When did you have sperm?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't know until I was like 16 or 17 that I can produce sperm. But that's a whole new story. So, I mean, and then but there's a whole group here in California that goes and alien watches. And then, oh, did I tell you my earthquake story?
No.
So I'm from the East Coast. So when I first moved here, I was reading this book by Doctor. I can't remember his name, but it was like how aliens can communicate with you on a different plane, and you have to be in deep meditation to get on their plane. So I used to download these classes, and I used to listen to them. So one day I was in my apartment, and I was like laying in bed, and I was like meditating hardcore, and then the whole place started shaking. And then I was so afraid to get out of my room because I thought aliens had crashed onto my porch.
Oh, God.
So I was terrified, like with fear. I couldn't move. And then finally I got up and looked out the window. This is when I used to live on the first floor.
Okay.
I looked at the window.
Where was this? LA?
No, this is Culver City, but this is when I lived on the first floor
All right.
with the carpets. Remember the walls that used to leak? And then I didn't know what happened. I seriously thought aliens crashed into my place because I was in such deep meditation. I thought I communicated with them, but then I
You looked online. It was an earthquake.
I looked online because I looked up alien abductions, and I saw the first thing earthquake.
It says idiot.
Earthquake happened. It said earthquake. So I literally thought that was an alien because I've never been through an earthquake before.
Oh, no way. That was your first
That was my
one?
first. We don't have earthquakes on the East Coast. There's no earthquakes there.
I feel like I heard that the earth, like, typically, like, there's earthquakes going on, like, daily, but they're very, like, they're microscopic that it's like you really don't feel them.
No, but I felt this one. And then, but after that, I feel them all the time. But I don't think they're aliens. It's just because I was in, like, the deep, you know, I still have those audios on my phone. We should listen to them. They're crazy.
Wait, what audios?
The audios, these meditation classes.
Oh, you know, here's the thing. So here's the thing about meditation. This is, I think I told you the story about my cousin's friend that was possessed.
No. Oh, possession.
Yeah,
we should get into
possessed.
that. Well, that's kind of the same. Go on.
I thought I told you.
No.
So she used to watch like these yoga videos. And so she started having like these terrible dreams, and she like wasn't able to like go to sleep and stuff like that. And so they hired a priest. The priest came over to her house and started like, you know, blessing the house, whatever. And then they go into her room, and like he senses something in the closet, and they pull out this yoga CD. He's like, "This is it. Like this is the root of your problems." And then they threw out the CD, and like all her problems went away. And he was saying how it's like when you meditate or you do yoga, you're allowing like these, your mind is opening yourself. You're opening yourself and your mind up to like anything to come and like quote unquote attack you, because like you're being open minded. So it's like you're kind of like inviting these spirits to like come into your life, and like that's essentially what supposedly happened.
So like,
that I believe like what you're saying about like the whole like. You're meditating, and then, you know, something ended up happening to you.
So it's kind of like the movie The Ring. You ever see the movie The Ring?
Like, let's not get into scary shit.
Well, I mean, isn't that what The Ring's about? Like, they possess a movie, and they watch it. Once they watch the movie, the girl comes out of the lake and kills you.
It's
exactly similar. Like movies come from truth. They come from somewhere.
I don't like this. It's scary.
Oh, scary movies. Okay.
I don't like scary stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry. Boo. Well, it's pretty scary out here. I mean,
I know, but it's like it is, but it's not, because it's super cute.
Oh, but so at midnight we're gonna go to the jacuzzi,
which is even scarier than just being inside the house.
Yeah, but it's cold outside.
It's really cold, so.
We're going to be in shorts, and we're going to jump in the water.
We're going to do it. Well, I mean, it's not like cold water. It's, you know, it's jacuzzi with bubbles.
I mean, have you seen, I showed you Tyler Henry, like some of his videos.
No, you haven't.
Oh, we should watch it. Like, honestly.
We'll watch it once we go back.
No, we should, because.
You know, I'm very interested in these things. Just, I'm like a little pussy for these things, but I'm also like very interested, because I mean, I feel like everybody like once has thought it's like, what really happens? Like, what's the point of life? Like, why? Because it's like that song, listening to Lana Del Rey, Born to Die, it's like you're literally born to die. You're going to die at some point. So it's like, why are you put on this earth? Like, what's the point? Like, maybe the aliens are trying to discover this, like, huge question. Like, what's the point? And that's why maybe they're like, oh, maybe they figured it out. Nope, we have it.
I mean, I just think like as a race of people, if we think we're the only intelligent people around,
Well, we're not. No.
I know there's something wrong with us. Like, do you really think that we're the only people that can do what we do out
No,
there? There's probably people out there that speak a way different language. They're way more advanced than we are.
Yeah, I'm sure we're probably like one of the dumbest creatures on the universe. Right? Like, oh, we're so smart.
But we're not, because I know
No.
a lot of dumb ones. A lot of dumb creatures that live here, that work here, that drive. Have you seen the people that drive in this city? Some of them are these dumb creatures we see. So that was our point of view on these three subjects. So if you guys have anything, please let us know. And thank you for all who do tune in and who subscribed. We appreciate it, and we're going to be vlogging soon, so tune into our vlogs.
Yes.
We're actually going to vlog this trip to Joshua Tree. From my point of view, from Manny's point of view, I think it's going to be great. But till next time,
Stay
street smart.